Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be ranking all of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies, including the new animated versions. Starting off, we got the first one, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the original. Now, obviously, this started it all, right? This one's pretty goated. You can't really say too much bad about it. It's a pretty solid, perfect run through of a movie. You got the original story, which is one of the best in my opinion, even from the books. You got the storyline of Rowley and Greg hitting him on the bike and breaking his arm. Absolute cinema. I remember watching this as a kid and being mind blown. This was the best thing that ever happened to me as a kid, and when this came out, wow. Alright, next we got Diver Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules. This one's really good. This one is really good. Yeah, the plot lines in this one go insane. you got them making their dad go I knew I wasn't crazy.
I knew that door had a lock on it! And everybody was trying to make me feel like I was losing my mind!
You know, that's funny as hell. You got Rowley and Greg watching the scary movie and getting hella scared. Awesome. Hella funny. Alright, next up, this is the last one of the original trilogy before they started doing reboots and stuff. So next up, we got Diver Wimpy Kid Dog Days. Really underrated. I think people don't talk about this one enough and how funny and influential it was to the rest of the books, especially. But that's a story for another video. But Dog Days as a book was really good, and I think it translated into a movie very well. I think as a kid, I was very confused when this came out, and I didn't understand why they skipped the last straw. I think the last straw would have been really funny as the next movie adaptation. That one's really good. But Dog Days is a solid story. You know, I think the movies kind of left out a lot of craziness that was the books, but this one really picked up on it, and I appreciate that. Diver Wimpy Kid Long Haul. Alright, hot take, right? Hot take. This was not that bad. People were making such a big deal about it because by the time this came out, I was older. I wasn't reading the books anymore. You know, I wasn't really tapped into the Diver Wimpy Kid world. But when this came out, everyone was making a big stink about it. So I remember I went and watched it. Okay, I went and watched it, dude. And it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Ridiculous. It wasn't that bad. Roderick was not that bad of a casting. The storyline, Long Haul as a book is so fucking funny that it doesn't matter what they did, dude. That book is so funny. You got to think about this realistically. This family would have been ugly, bro. They all would have been ugly. It's not gonna be some heartthrob Roderick, bro. You think this fool who doesn't shower is in a band and lives in an attic is gonna look like a model, a swimsuit model? No, bro. He's gonna be a little bit weird looking, and I appreciate that they went that route with it. Do I think it's the best in the series? Absolutely not. But it's not that bad. Alright, now we're into the animated series, and I have a whole thing to say about those. I think the animation style is hideous. I think a 3D animation style, a 3D rendering of any of those characters is absolutely terrifying since they were 2D. And they changed everything. They changed everything about the original book. Roderick Rules, same thing. Animation style is terrible. They changed the story around. And it's just like, bro, what are we even doing? You already made these movies, and they were peak, and now you're changing them. Oh, this is Cabin Fever. That's interesting. So they did do a new story for the animation, but the animation's just so bad. But Cabin Fever was such a funny book. I don't want to see this. Manny looks horrific. Manny looks horrifying. That is a sleep paralysis demon. But in conclusion, here is my official ranking of the movies. Coming in at number 7, we gotta go Cabin Fever. It's bad. It's just bad, and it only released on Disney Plus because they know it's bad. Number 6 is Roderick Rules, the animated version. Terrible. Number 5 is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated version. All of these are bottom tier. They're terrible. They're ass. They're ass. I'm going to say it. They're ass. Okay? Get them out of here. So whatever. We're done with those. The next one is number 4. All right. At number 4, we got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. I know I went on a rant about it, how it wasn't that bad, but it's obviously not as good as the first 3. It's obviously not touching those. Those are perfect. Those are masterpieces. Now is where we get it's going to get a little hot in here, all right? Number 3, I'm going Roderick Rules. I know. Hot take. It's a really good movie. It's hilarious. I think the other 2 are a little bit better. In my opinion, I think the other 2 are just a little bit better. All right. Now for number 2, I got to go the original, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I got to put that at number 2. I know it's the first one. I know it started it all out. But I don't know. I just got to go number 2 with that one. That one's really good, though. I love that one, obviously. Obviously, that one's really good. And the number 1 spot, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days. The perfect adaptation of book to film. The closest they ever got to actually, they didn't change much of the original book. They adapted it to the screen very good, very well, very interesting. And I think it's just one of the best plot lines of the series. Even the books. I think it's so funny. It's so perfect. It's right to the point. Each character is at their peak performance of like showing who they are in this book. Like Greg is just full Greg. Riley is at peak weirdness. And Roderick is at peak making Greg's life hell. And I think that's absolute cinema, dude. Absolute cinema. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the ranking. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys. If you stayed all the way to the end, you're a GOAT. And you might as well subscribe now. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.